everyone, and welcome back to the Adventures in Collecting YouTube channel, where we take a closer look at the toys we talk about on the show. And today we are taking a closer look at the Bane and Batman 2-pack Walmart exclusive here from Spinmaster Toys. As we mentioned numerous times in our videos and on the podcast, the Spinmaster Batman line, this 4-inch Batman line, was one of our favorite things of 2020. So we're super excited to see how it continues. We have a whole new packaging design. We have tons of new art on the box, as you can see, which is fantastic. We have looks like it might be even a new sculpt for Batman. Once we get him out, we'll compare him with some other Batman figures. And then we have, first time in this line, we have Bane, one of everybody's favorite Batman villains. As you can see, he's kind of got that classic look here. So taking a quick look at the package, like I mentioned, we do have a new look to this line. We have two new waves that have been announced so far. We have the Bat Tech, which is what we're seeing here, and then we have the Ice Tech, which is coming next. These look fantastic. In the package here, we have a ton of accessories, all in a blue translucent plastic. We have a new vehicle. We're calling it the Moto-Tank. And then, of course, we have Batman and Bane. On the back, like I mentioned, we have this brand new art, which is fantastic. It really looks great. Looks a lot like, of course, the Batcave, the 3-in-1 Batcave that we got previously. So fits right in with everything else that we've got. You know, more shots of Batman on the sides. And without any other really new stuff to talk about in the box, let's open it up and take a look at what's inside.
I'm gonna blow up Gotham Stadium.
All right, and here we go. Here we have our first, the pièce de résistance of the pack. We'll start off with the new character. We have Bane. And this figure is very cool. I mean, if you've had any of the Spinmaster 4-inch Batman figures prior to this, you shouldn't be surprised with the overall detail and sculpt of the figure. This is all new as far as I can tell. They might be reusing something like the upper thigh piece here, but otherwise this is a new figure. It is a very classic Bane look. So, the black and white mask with the red eyes. He's got the Venom tank in the back. And he's got the piping throughout. The tank is not removable. So this technically, excuse me, this technically is the first of the Spinmaster figures that does not have a port in the back, as far as the ones that I have. Moving into the rest of the paint and detail, it's pretty plain. He's got silver on his belt here. He's got a lot of sculpted in detail. The straps on his chest piece here. Like I mentioned, the green Venom piping, tubing going through his entire body, the straps, the boots, everything has that sculpted detail. In terms of articulation, Bane's head can rotate, and it will break up that Venom tubing there in the back, but the Venom tube does run under the helmet, as you can see, or under the mask. So interesting that they made that choice to kind of connected to his head that way, but when you have it lined up, it does look nice there. He does have ball joints here at the arms, so he can stand with a really wide grip there. There is no biceps swivel, but there is an elbow swivel as well as the single jointed elbow, so you can get him pretty much to a 90 degree with both arms. Moving down to the legs, the pegs in the middle there, which are interesting, are not painted black. So you can see that they're a tan color. That's an interesting choice when they could have very well been black. But we do get, quite a range of movement there. So Bane can do the splits. He can kick out about that far. And, he can kick out kind of to the side, not really kicking back because he does have that hard piece there. He does have an upper thigh swivel, no articulation at the knee or feet. So yeah, Bane is a solid figure. Let's move on to the Batman that comes with this. So Batman and the little tank here, we'll go over both real quick. Batman, as I mentioned in the intro, I think there's a lot new here with this Batman. I did bring a couple of other Batman figures that I thought might be similar. So this is the other kind of face armored Batman here. And you can see the sculpt is definitely different. This is not the same sculpt reused in any way, shape, or form. You know, the kind of armored Batman that we've seen so far has been, you know, these two. This was the motorcycle Batman, and then you know, just kind of the armored Batman share a lot of the same sculpt with a repaint and a different head. This is all new. Gone are those rivets, and kind of the sculpting within the actual costume is different. You know, this is an all new sculpt from head to toe for Batman. You know, and if you wanted to see compared to the like heavily the Batman versus Superman style armored Batman, you could see, yeah, it's there's no reuse. It is a completely new and different figure. Same level of articulation that we're used to on all the Batman figures, though. The head, of course, turns. We get the single jointed elbow, you know, with the swivel there. We get the ball jointed shoulder, legs, the single jointed knee, you know, what we're used to out of Batman. What really is neat about this set is, you know, it is a new sculpted Batman, which is nice. But he comes with the matching tank here. So let's move Batman out of the way for a moment and just take a quick look at the tank. If you're familiar with any of the other vehicles that Spinmaster has put out for this line, they are very detailed. They're very good. They have a lot of sculpting in them, a lot of deco, really, you know, nice paint. You know, little details like the Bat logo on the steering console there. You know, like similar to the spikes on his gauntlets. We have, you know, some cannons there in the front. What's nice is you do have this what looks like a tread, what looks like a tank tread running through it, but instead of the tread actually moving, it's just two plastic wheels here on the bottom. So, you know, you don't get the that tread movement that you would see, you know, in a tank-like vehicle, but, you know, it gets the point across. Batman does, you know, fit onto the tank well enough. You know, it's always helpful before you sit him down to put his hands on first and then position his legs, because he kind of wants to move. I am noticing a little bit of stress points on the handles here, so, you know, just take it easy with it. But, you know, he does fit. You know, you can get some really cool poses out of him. And then lastly, you get a ton of accessories. Fairly confident that we've seen most of these before. We get a grappling hook. They're all casted in this translucent blue plastic, but we get a grappling hook. We get a gauntlet with claws on it. We get a gauntlet with the batarang and the razor on it. We get the shield that splits apart into daggers. This one I know we definitely have. A katana. We get a series of batarangs. So we get these two longer, elongated batarangs. You get two of the shorter batarangs. You get a backpack piece that's kind of like a jetpack. You get a two-handled cannon, bat cannon we'll call it, and then another type of grappling hook. So lots and lots of accessories. So real quick before we wrap up here, let's just take a quick look at Batman and Bane and how they compare to some of the other figures in the line. So here we have Batman. Here we have Bane. We'll put Bane in the middle. And then let's say we want to see how he looks like with the Series 1 Joker. Here they are with that super heavy armored Batman. Like, I call it the anti-Superman armor. And let's take a look at him with one last villain. So here he is along with Killer Croc. Again, another one of the kind of bigger, larger villains. So let's flip the camera around to the front and let's wrap this up.
All right, so what else can we say here about Batman, the tank, and of course Bane? These are great additions to an already great line from Spinmaster. You get a lot with this pack. You get a ton of accessories, many of which we've seen already, but just in a different cast. And of course, for me, the real showpiece of this set and the reason why you're getting this is Bane. So far, there has not been an announcement of Bane to be included, you know, in the standard line. Spinmaster already kind of has a history with, even though their history is short with this line, they have a history of including villains as exclusives in some of these packs. We've seen it before. Copperhead, the exclusive version of King Shark, where he's actually the Great White, were only available in deluxe or 2-packs. So I would not be surprised if this is the way that you get Bane, at least for now. But yeah, the set has a ton of value. Absolutely love it. Great addition to the line. Super happy to have it. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there if you like what you see. It is the best way to help us. It'll help other people find us, and it will, help the channel out. While you're subscribing to things, make sure you hit that follow button over at AIC_podcast on Instagram and Twitter, where we're constantly posting toy news, new videos, toy photography, anything around the toy community we think that you would find interesting. And then, of course, where it all started here, the podcast, Adventures in Collecting. You can find us where all podcasts are found. Simply search for Adventures in Collecting or hit that link in the description below. Stick around after the fade for some more photos, and as always, until next time.